Hello. Hello, hello. Sorry about the delay. Oh, sorry about the delay. We were trying to do socials and stuff like that. Then we wanted to change our shirts, and then we wanted to get a glass of water, and then we needed to go to the bathroom, and then we needed to get our medication because we forgot to take our medication this morning. We take a Tylenol. We wish we had our ADHD medication, but they are not filling it because of the shortage. But anyway, we're here. We're here. We made it. We're alive. We made it. We're very tired. We're very tired. But anyway, it's your creature, Spooky, aka Spook and Beast. We're starting a little late today. Normally we start on 10 at 10 a.m. So we're about 2.5 hours later than what we planned. But the reason is because we were sorry. We keep messing with our mic setup all the time, and this is part of the reason why our audio quality is a little inconsistent between streams. We don't mean to be inconsistent. We're just trying to have our audio not suck. Maybe we need to toggle our filters better. But anyway, so yeah. Uh oh, sorry. And actually, we still have one channel we need to post to. We don't know if we did that correctly, but Hoping that worked. But we are live on Rumble as well. And this is something that we're still not used to. So if you are watching us over on Rumble, hello, Guten Tag. It is new here. We're still trying to get used to this. But, oh, no, updates, channel update. We finally have a chatbot for Kick. Hooray! So now, whenever we get follows on Kick or any other cool things, we will finally get alerts about them. Do we have chat commands? No, because the custom widgets that we have are only compatible apparently with Stream Elements or other chat bots or chat platforms like Stream Elements that let you load up your own custom widgets. And the one that we are using for Kick is Botrix, which apparently does not allow that, or at least Ken has not figured it out. So unfortunately, you cannot do exclamation mark GIF, exclamation mark 8-ball, none of that fun stuff. So sorry. So sorry. But we at least we have notifications now. We'll have alerts pop up whenever something cool happens over on Kick. So we will not miss you guys anymore. We've always been feeling bad about that. But now, and how is it going to compete with today? Apparently, Pokopia is out on Nintendo Switch 2. Do we have a Nintendo Switch 2? No, because we don't feel like buying a console that they can brick whenever they feel like it. But gosh, with every game they come out with, Ken is more and more tempted to get a Kick, or not a Kick, sorry, Nintendo Switch 2. Anyway, so we're absolutely going to load and mute our phone while we're at it because we're using this as a kind of extra dashboard. But we're going to load up and close a bunch of stuff we don't need. Ripper. Today we're going to try and finish Ripper. Because we are so close, and remember we were thinking about playing originally yesterday. We had said, well, we're gonna play Resident Evil 0 again, but then it remembered, wait a second, we were already partway through a playthrough of Ripper. Shouldn't we finish that first? Shouldn't we? So that's what we're gonna do. And after that, honestly, we don't know what we're gonna rotate in because we're trying to have like 2 games that we're playing concurrently through the week. And Ripper was one. We were trying to do Chrysol Theater of Idols, and that wasn't working because of it doesn't know what was going on with Chrysol Theater of Idols. That was the only game that we were having that kind of optimization issue where even our recordings were not working. Like even when we were doing Marvel Rivals, sometimes the stream would it would lag. You know, it's an FPS multiplayer game. But it would do the same thing as well with it would not do that with the recording. Sorry, it's doing like multiple things at once, trying to like talk and do this at the same time. We were just adding the kick alert overlay to our chatting cam screen. But yeah, the recordings for Marvel Rivals would not be borked. The stream would be borked, but not the recordings. But Chrysol, he doesn't know why. Also, really is tired of how loud the opening for Ripper is. Oh, you can hear that. Oh shit, how do we free our mouse again? Okay. Sorry. We're not trying to blow everybody's ears out. We also do need to lower this a bit. When we were using the desktop audio for, we want to say it was Banner Saga, we turned it up actually. But with Ripper, gosh, sorry. With Ripper, we got to like turn it down a lot. So anyway, let's switch over. We need to also add the kick alert overlay over here. Okay. Just double checking to make sure everything that we want to have on is actually on. We do restore. Pretty sure. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, where was it? Bug and Magnata. Yeah. It looks. Oh no, it's already doing the mouse thing, where it rubber bands to the bottom of the screen. Oh hell. Was it? It must have been this one. Right? Yeah, because we just. What's up, Darkuli? How you doing? Let's double check our whack. The whack. Not that. This one. Okay, yeah, no. Was this it? Was this the right save? We might need to double check our saves here. We know it was one of them, obviously. We probably should have made a note like Act 3 or something.
Quinlan, I hope you have a story ready to roll.
It feels like we already did this. It feels like we already did this one, guys.
Do you have any background on Falconetti and Burton?
I don't know everybody in this city.
No, it remembers him saying that. We must have loaded the wrong save. Let's find out. Okay. Restore game. Was it talk to Ben Dodds? We might have gone to the. Oh, wait, Act 3 start right there. But no, see. Was it the newsroom? Or was it Catherine's? Here, hold on. Let's exit. It's not sure. Sometimes when we're trying to do. When we try to use continue game, it seems to freak out a little bit the last time it tried to do that. But we'll give it a shot here. You doing great, Darkuli? You're just uploading videos to YouTube? Yeah, the tutorial videos, great, man. We need those. Okay. No. All right. It apparently took our restored game to See, this isn't great. It's definitely not great. To not remember where we are in the game. Sorry, we just needed to pull up the our save or our walkthrough rather. This one's for a green screen in your background and it's free and improves your camera as well. Nice. Very nice. Look forward to seeing that. Maybe that is what we need to do is just go talk to Ben Dodds. And then we got to go use the computer. It just might have been that we kind of started going through the conversation but we didn't save possibly. We don't know.
Ben, you ever hear of Gambit Nelson?
Yeah, that was another one I gave her. Don't you guys ever share sources?
Why do you think someone would want to kill Wofford?
What do you care? The Ripper story is not enough for you? You don't look so good, Quinlan. Don't go tearing yourself up over Catherine. She's in good hands.
But if you ever need help with anything, let me know. I could probably make a video on it. I'm a little behind on my videos at the moment. Yeah, sure, Dark Ghoulie, for sure. Thank you very much for your support, man. We're kind of behind too. We just were making some clips. We made a clip from last week. So we're always behind on making clips. Okay, so what we needed to do, if this is the correct save, is go into
Exit cyberspace.
this.
Virtual Herald.
1 second. We kind of need to see our audio mixer and we can't see it right now. Okay, there we go. That's better. We wanted to be able to watch. We like to keep an eye on our audio levels. How long is it? How long is this game? This game is. It wants to say you could beat this probably within 4 or 5 hours if you know all of the answers to the puzzles and do everything perfectly. Nintendo Complete just recently uploaded a video on YouTube that showed you can beat the game pretty much within a day. And did not do this. It's been like 15 hours or something of it trying to beat this damn thing. Part of it was because, like, for the first half of the game, we largely tried to do this without any puzzles. Or not, walkthroughs, sorry. We tried to do this without any walkthroughs. We tried not to use any. So.
Exit cyberspace.
Okay, we literally just like did the full ring around and it didn't stop on anything? Didn't we get... Okay. Let's just get out of here. Scan card, bug, data disk. No, this isn't the right save. Is the game buggy to you? No, it's not. It's not buggy. Well, it might be the emulator. Right now, we're just trying to figure out where our last save was. We really don't want to have to restart Act 3 Oh, this one. It says go into cyberspace, talk to AI. This is the one. We found it. This is why we stopped right here.
Exit
All right.
cyberspace.
There we go. We figured it out. Hooray. So we're not doing that one. We're looking for Woffords.
Virtual Herald. Wofford Well.
Okay. This is Wofford, who passed away. His twin brother has left town.
About damn time you activated me, you timid old bastard. That eccentric client I had. I think it was the Ripper Covington. And I made this AI to help you deal with that son of a bitch.
All right. It just realized we don't have any our lights on, so we're gonna turn those on. We're professionals. Oh, there we go. Brighten up our face a little bit. We were looking a little dark, weren't we? Okay, so let's ask who hired him.
Tell me about this lunatic client of yours.
He only contacted me in cyberspace. Sometimes he appeared as a man, and sometimes as a woman.
Okay. Interesting. Ask about the model city he designs.
Tell me about this model cityscape you got here.
Yes, he wanted me to build Whitechapel, as it was 152 years ago.
You didn't bother asking him what he planned to do with it? You didn't know what happened in Whitechapel in 1888?
It was a challenge, and soon after I completed it, I read about that Mendler fella in the Bowery, and I knew it was him. I knew he had struck.
Ask if he has any idea who killed him.
Any idea who killed you?
Well, he had a different image every time I saw him. He could have walked right up to me in the street and put a bullet in my head. And maybe that's what he did, eh?
With something as important to him as Whitechapel, he must have kept a close watch on you.
And watch, he helped me build the damn thing.
Tell him you're not his brother.
I'm not your brother, Wofford. Are you programmed to recognize that? My name is Jake Quinlan. All right, you don't recognize me. Guess I'm covered in Wofford for now.
Okay. Huh. So Wofford's brother was supposed to be the one to solve this, but he could not do it. Ask him how you can kill the Ripper.
How can I kill the Ripper?
Well, there is a way, Covington. When I realized what that crazy bastard was planning to do, I made a weapon. A weapon. It's designed to flatline the CAD while he is in cyberspace.
Well, where is it? No, give me the weapon. How's it work? What's it do?
Well, the weapon looks like a shuriken made of pure energy. And you would have to confront him in Whitechapel. Get close to him and throw it at his heart. And when you hit him with a shot, it'll overwrite the data that makes his angel. Now don't stick around here to admire your work, though, because it will overwrite Whitechapel as well. And if you're still there when that happens, you'll die with him.
Don't worry, old timer. His feet do your stuff once I nail the Ripper.
Well, now there are two other things that you should know. Because the weapon destroys itself along with the target, and you can use it one time, and one time only.
In other words, I hit my target, or my target hits me.
And the other problem is obtaining the weapon. I divided the weapon into 3 modules and laid each one inside a secret well. Now, the addresses are Pegasus, Orestes, and Odysseus. Now write them down for God's sake, and when you get to Whitechapel, you'll need to find the software integrator to activate the weapon. Huh? Now you might want to have your fortune told. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What kind of ice did you freeze on these
Uh,
bastards?
Well, made it easy for you, Covington.
Thank you for the repost, Dark Ghoulie.
Old systems that you made back when you was still working. And you should know how to turn them off.
All right. Looks like that conversation's done. We're going to talk to him one more time.
You don't have me to look after you anymore. And I don't have to look after you. I suppose that's what I miss most about being alive. Good luck, brother. And goodbye.
Aw. That was supposed to be for his brother. All right. So now we have these mini games, and sounds like they might be a little challenging. It says that in the walkthrough, seriously, is just like this is a modified version of chess for one of them. Well, one, which Wofford, the AI Wofford, was explaining to us that he has spread the weapon across these 3 wells.
Weapon 3.
No, we don't want weapon. Well, we can do weapon 3. No, let's do it in order. We'll go to weapon 1.
Exit cyberspace. Falconetti's well. Weapon 2. Weapon
Okay.
1.
Pegasus. So it's modified chess. Don't know how hard it's going to be. Hopefully it's not too hard. Is this our king? So that's probably their king. This is going to take a couple of times because it's like, what are the pieces? These look like soldiers. How can you move this one? It's not. That one's not a knight. No. Oh, they can move diagonal. Interesting. How can this one move? Are these ones bishops? And that's our king. They can only move diagonally, so these are bishops. Yes. He got upgraded? Okay, but we took him out. Now we're upgraded. This is weird. It still doesn't understand how these move. Do they not move? Like, we're clicking on all these different squares and they're just not doing anything. Those are... Okay, so these guys are bishops. We might have to start over. Now that we know how this works. Let's try again. It's a little annoying, but it doesn't look impossible. We'll be able to get this. If we turn our thing up, can we like sit back? Maybe we can just sit back like this. There we go. Okay, wait. Maybe not quite that high. We just want to be able to sit back without having to like have our faces right up against the mic all the time. Okay. Anyway, as long as we're louder than the game audio, it seems like that might be fine. So the soldiers, it's weird because these guys like seem to be like they can move forward, but they attack diagonally. Is that like how normal soldier pieces are? It doesn't play much chess. Sorry. We're wondering how forward we want to be because these guys can move diagonally as well. Can we? We're just experimenting here. We don't actually know it's going to work. Pretty sure we could actually do this, right? Oh, no. But we have to move this one out of the way. Let's maybe move this guy up. Oh, but it won't matter. Oh, well, we can move him here. And then we can move up. Yep, and he takes that guy. And then we'll use this guy to take out that guy. Now we can take... We can't take him out? Oh, no. Huh. Can we move... Like, the problem is that they can't move forward. Is it that they can't move forward unless they're going to take a piece? It seems that way. Now, can they move forward? Come on. He can't move. That's ridiculous. These pieces can only move diagonally. Like, what? It thought that it could take that other piece, though. And the king can't. Usually in chess, the king can move one move. They can move one. You don't normally want to be offensive with them, but they can take pieces. Sorry, now it's just clicking around because it doesn't really know what to do here. We lost this one. Yeah. Wofford, why did you have to make this so damn annoying? Why does this have to be so annoying, Wofford? Okay, let's try again. Are these knights, actually? Maybe they're knights. And they can only move in L shapes? Well, then theoretically, wouldn't I be able to move up? It's like they can't move. It doesn't understand. The king moved. Okay. So the soldiers can move forward to capture. We have to make a move. So those are like what are they called? Towers? Towers can move in straight lines. Is that how this works? Why can't we move? They must be like queens or something. But even queens can move in any direction they want. This is nonsense. It doesn't know what to do. And this is why, even though this game is technically not that long, it can take so long to beat because they have these really complicated puzzles. We're fucked. We're fucked. We still can't understand the female pieces. And this walkthrough that we're looking at is really not helpful. All it says is that this is a modified version of chess, and it gives us the cheat code to bypass it. That's it. They were like, fuck that, you know. You figure it out. So they're like queens. They can move however they want. Queens can move either diagonally or straight in any direction. It seems though like they can't move unless there's something they can take. But then its pieces don't do the same thing. Are we. Is it saying we can't take that piece? What? It's more the movement that it's really tripping it up because it's completely flying in the face of what we expect. For chess movement. We tried kind of like going to the right, and apparently that didn't really work. We kind of want to stay out of that jerk's way. The trouble is that it seems to be really forcing us to sacrifice something. It's so weird. It's just odd. And then our guy takes this guy, but then if we do, we can move back. Ah, but he goes. We're pretty sure he can't reach us here. What? 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 The piece just offed himself. Why? Like, we're not necessarily complaining, but also why? And we still can't move these girls for some reason. They don't behave like knights. They don't behave like towers or bishops. They don't even behave like queens. You can't like castle. Sorry, tower, castle, that's what it meant. The problem is if we move this guy forward, all he's gonna do is get eaten. These pieces don't move. They don't. Can someone explain that? And we can't move diagonal with our king. Is it that we're not strong enough? This piece didn't get upgraded. Now we're gonna lose. Yes, yes. Okay. We're gonna look up the Ripper modified chess rules because we just don't feel like being here all day. Okay, so this is running. It's literally Ripper. The modified chess rules are called Ripper. It doesn't, it didn't know that there were names for modified chess rules like that. So okay, but it's specifically called Check the Ripper. Or maybe, hold on. Wow. All right, we're not a genius. We found a walkthrough for this part. So we're gonna use it. It's a video walkthrough though, so it's not perfect. Okay, interesting. So this person goes pretty aggressive from the start. So they go to the edge of the board. Oh, but it's not the same. Right off the bat, it's not the same. Shit. Maybe it's the way that we started. Maybe we have to be very specific about how we move that first piece. Let's try again. Did Ken mention that it only got like 3 hours of sleep today? It's tired. It is tired. Okay, this time we're just going to move forward like that. Now. Okay. Now let's see what they did. It doesn't seem to be playing out exactly the same. We actually, it's not, they're, the moves are different. The AI in this, in Kin's game is responding differently than in this video, which it doesn't really understand. So we'll see. Wow. Like, what do we do? Okay, we also can't move forward, even though there's nothing blocking us. The game's not letting us. So we have to start over. We're trying to use this. We were trying to follow this walkthrough, but the AI does not respond consistently. It's total. It's almost totally random. And that one's always going to move forward. But it doesn't let us. Like, we have to upgrade our beast before we can get that one. How is it that their pieces can go ahead and get our upgraded soldiers? That doesn't make any sense to him. Oh, now we can move. What the heck? We can only move forward 3 pieces? Ah. Wow. Wow. I was really hoping we were done with some of these kinds of puzzles. But nope. It's different every single time. That guy's always going to come down. Okay. Yeah, the mouse will actually light up when we can move to that square, so that's helpful. Instead of just clicking around blindly. Yes, we know we're going to lose that piece. Or not? This doesn't make any sense that these characters are unable to move. The rule for them to be able to move seems so oddly specific when they're in this upgrade form, you know? Your buddy just got killed. Why can't you move yet? The thing it just doesn't understand is how the two like knight ladies that are stuck by the king, how they move. That's weird. They can move in these 3 spots. One right here, and over here. So this is kind of more of the L shape, but it's like one extra square. They can't move these past these grates, maybe? Like, what? Oh, fuck. But then for some reason we can't retaliate. Hello, Foxhole Research 2. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, this game is hell. This game is hell. This puzzle seems to be randomized. So we're struggling a little bit with trying to figure out this puzzle. It's sorry if this isn't. We did actually try looking up a solution for this. But because it's randomized, it appears to be randomized. Doesn't seem to be a straightforward way of just solving it. So we could either just blow a cheat code, which we kind of feel dirty about doing. Oh yeah, we don't know. We don't know what to do. We're just trying to figure it out. We might give it 1 or 2 more tries after this, and then we might just try to figure out how to put the cheat code in to pass this, because this. It's just like they're modified chess rules, but we don't really understand. We still haven't figured out how these pieces work, which is the frustrating part. Their movement is very odd. Nah, we didn't mean to do that, but we did it. See, we can't. It's like we can't move past this middle line here. This guy can move, like, if he can take a piece, he can move diagonally or straight to take the piece. No worries about cheats. I prefer story, gameplay, accomplishments, struggle, and then challenge. Yeah. Yeah, we prefer to try. We really do. It's just. It's tough. Now you moved all the way over there. But if we move our king, he can only move 1 space. Why can't we just take the piece? The logic for this it doesn't make any sense to Kin. It doesn't understand. Are you familiar with the programmer's rubber ducky? I swear it's related to what I'm about to write. No, it's not. It's not familiar with that. What is that? This might be a completely screwed up game because we can't get the king out of this corner. Yeah. Okay, and there's a lot of problems that are encountered in programming. Tracking. So instead of quitting, programmers sometimes have a rubber ducky on their desk. Okay. and they'll explain to the duck why it can't be solved. And in doing that, they'll figure it out. Okay. That's interesting. Ken's not sure if it's ever had success in that way, but it's definitely sat here talking to itself about what it can and can't do when doing these puzzles, for sure. So, we move there. That one takes that piece. And then that executioner guy is going to... Oh, he's not. Now, the question here is, what do we do? We probably want to save our dwarf guy up there, but if we do that, then our soldier over here is going to die, and we need pieces to be upgraded. Of course. And see, you'd think that the executioner can't move forward. Oh, he didn't. But there's the problem. There's the problem. Anyways. Okay, so Twitch is the perfect debugging rubber ducky. Explaining a problem uses different paths in the brain than those used to solve a problem. Anyways, all of that word vomit just to say I'm content being this stream's rubber ducky. You can do it. Thank you very much. It appreciates the encouragement. Yeah, we were sitting here thinking, oh, we have it. We might. We don't. We got excited. We couldn't see from that perspective that the executioner would go in and get our king. But the problem is that the knights that are by the king will not move, which is not a thing in chess usually. I'm pretty sure that's only really the case with like queens, who can only move completely across the board when they can take a piece. But here, see, look at how the pieces always, like the AI responds differently to your moves. It's not always consistent. This is what makes this challenging. We don't want to have to keep playing defensively. It just feels like the game keeps forcing us to. Mouse turns red when we can select a square. These ladies here don't move. So in this game is legally distinct chess. Gotcha. In the game is legally distinct chess. Yeah, we don't know, man. We have no idea. We really did try to like look up at the very least the logic of the chess pieces. We're gonna try and Google it again. But it's not. Weapon 1 well. Let's try looking up a different walkthrough. Maybe they've got some guidance about the chess. Okay. All right, so this is it's pretty much kind of confirming what we were sort of already seeing, which is that our two knights, which are the two girls that are standing by our king, are unusable until all of our pawns are gone. It is virtually impossible to win without using your knights. Do the best with the pawns, but basically get rid of them. When pawns attack or reach the opposite side of the board, they become fat men. They still behave as pawns, except now they can attack the computer's knights. So unless we upgrade our pawns, we cannot get those knights. That's why we couldn't attack that knight, even though we were right next to him. Having them on the board, however, still makes your knights useless. Pawns move one square in any direction. Pawns cannot attack computer's knights, but they can attack computer's pawns and dragons. Knights move one or two squares in any direction, including diagonally. Kings move one square, but not diagonally, cannot go past graded row. The computer's pieces do not follow the same rules that yours do. Yeah, we've also figured that out. The computer's knights are active from the beginning of the game. Computer strategy seems to be to go directly for your king. When the computer's knights transform to big, mean looking guys, they can bump each other off a square in order to occupy it. In short, try to keep both of your knights and get rid of all your pawns so that your knights are usable. Use your knights to get the computer's king. For your first move, move your king one square left. Okay. All right, cool. Well, we didn't do that. But it'd be nice if we could take a piece. He got off the board again. This is the same thing that happened before. That's so weird. Okay, this is why Ken was so confused, because sometimes the game will just off its own pieces. It's odd. All right, sorry, and we're eyeing our audio. Please let us know if our audio is bad. Use the channel reward there to let us know if our audio is terrible. But or just tell us in chat. It's just fun to use the channel rewards. But yeah, it's like, why? Okay, all right, it's okay. We got this. We can do this. We can do this. So we kind of were sort of feeling that we needed to get rid of the pawns. It would be nice if we didn't have the knights being forced to do all of the heavy lifting. See, but we should have. All right, let's start again. We have a better idea of what to do. Let's try one more time. And then maybe we'll just do a cheat code. Because, okay, great. It's good to know that the game audio is well balanced. We keep toying with our mic settings over and over again because OBS keeps saying that we keep going into the red sometimes, and we're like, what? All right. Let's be aggressive with the pawns. Maybe we can try to keep this guy here. But eventually we're going to have to force him to move. Oh, right. We wanted to move him over here, actually. How do we do this? And then their knight's going to come and kill him. No big deal. Okay. Oh, man. You can get it. You can get the knight there. Okay. Or the king. It's tempted to just try one more time. It just feels like we kind of understand how this works now. Before we had no idea what was going on, which did not help at all. So, great. Except, okay. Well, are we being stubborn? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It feels good to solve the puzzles, like actually solve the puzzles. You know? We're going to try and be more aggressive though, because we do need to get rid of the pawns faster. So let's just get rid of them. Yeah, pretty much. There we go. All right, good. We wanted that guy gone. Oh, for fuck's sake. We should have moved our king. We keep forgetting that they can go between the knights. We don't know why. That game was kind of looking promising, but we really screwed up there. All right. Oh no, we didn't mean to click out of it. We hit escape too many times. It didn't mean to do that. Let's go back. Okay. We just wanted to skip this intro. Okay, we're not leaving him there again. It would have been nice if we could have gotten rid of more pieces. Okay. Come on. I'll just do it. Really? Why are they running away? All right, there. We have to be careful still. Gosh, this is tough. Okay, obviously, if we take that. Wow. Ken's concern is that if we move this can move pretty much in any block next to it. It's the same thing with this one. So if we take one of these ones, then the other one's just going to likely go back and kill us, right? We're really trying not to lose our knight. Come on. He's in the one spot we can't get him. No! Alright. That's it for that game. The problem is that the king can take pieces, so that's why King didn't want to move our knight right next to them. It didn't know what else to do. This one might take that piece. Yep. See, we already lost. Because he can't move diagonally. These knights are blocking him in. And this guy can move diagonally or forward. What a pain in the ass this game is. Golly. It feels good when you solve it, though. It feels really, really good. We got pretty hyped when we solved the sliding block puzzle. We actually put that up on Instagram today and YouTube. the struggle of getting the web runners sliding block puzzle earlier in the game. Here. It's actually, it thinks it's an okay watch, personally. It worked pretty hard. Feels pretty proud about it. It does. I think that was a plotline of the Portal games. The AI programmed to seek the feeling of reward for solving a puzzle. Yeah, it was like, it felt like, it's the only time it ever felt like that hyped was when it like won like a really close like multiplayer game, like Dead by Daylight or Marvel Rivals. That's the only thing it can compare it to. It's a little embarrassed to say that the sliding block puzzle took 34 minutes to solve, but it was a 25-piece sliding block puzzle. It wasn't like a little one. It wasn't 9 pieces. We could just keep trying to move forward. Yeah. Everyone is different, and that's a good thing. I once made a little puzzle in a Minecraft map and had strangers test it. Most solved it in less than 10 minutes. My partner at the time, they took over 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, well, some of these puzzles require different skills. Like, it's like the same thing with first person shooters. People think that your first person shooter skills, like there's only one skill, which is just to aim, but there's actually multiple skills in aiming. Like you have to be able to track, you have to be able to do flick shots. So um yeah, it's not as straightforward. Okay, but we're gonna have to move to the side here, maybe. We knew we were gonna lose that piece, but it's just that we didn't want to have the burden of taking all of these. Is he gonna slide across all the way to the king? Okay, good. And he can move diagonally. No matter what move we make here, we're going to lose again. And it wasn't because I was making sounds while watching them try to solve it. I'm quite good at just being mute and stoic watching others until they're about to harm themselves or others. Reasonable. Reasonable. That's a reasonable time to intervene, for sure. Ken kind of feels like punching itself in the face right now. But we're trying to get there. Maybe we need to push them all onto one side of the board. It just wishes that like the AI would respond consistently to its moves. That's really part of the frustration here. Yeah. Yep. Okay, it should be good. We're going to actually move our king up because we're getting really sick and tired of this knight just coming in and smacking our guys. Okay, now they're upgraded. What? Did you see that? He didn't even kill our knight. He just went through the knight. Just through her. Wow. Ah! Gosh. Oh man, Spoonie, back in the day, Spoonie played this game, and it can understand now why he raged with this game. Spoonie being a YouTuber, he doesn't really do too much these days, though Kin hears that he's doing better. He was having a bit of an issue in his personal life. But he's doing better right now. But it can absolutely understand why he went nuts. Gotta love it when the game is just a bit jank. Cheese believes in you. Oh, please, Cheese, bless Kin. We need the spirit of cheese. Give us all your cheesiness. Sprinkle us with a little bit of extra Parmesan. Give us the power of cheddar. We're just throwing these guys away, but we... We gotta get those goblins on the other side. No, we gotta get the goblins on the other side, and then try to just throw our pawns away, because it seems like just leaving those dudes is a mistake as well. Well, it swears that this is probably going to be the last try. It's actually hitting its limit, and it really just wanted to beat the game today. Real life, I do celebrate cheese and rice. Jesus, help me. With the power of Jesus, can I get an amen? Let's get it. We're gonna push right. Push right. Screw these guys. Not you. This one. Maybe we should get this guy. We don't want him sneaking around, but then of course the executioner's gonna come forward. Like, that's the only reliable thing that we have, is if we get one of our soldiers upgraded close to the executioners, their knights, then they're gonna come and kill us. It's just guaranteed to happen. We were actually trying to go diagonally, but it's okay. Now he's running away again. Interesting. Now that knight's gonna slide forward and kill us. Or not. It's so funny how us having our pawns, and he did it again. Well, I can say I am fortunate to have stumbled on your stream. Thanks for this. I quite often just select random retro channels to learn about games I know nothing about, so thanks for being you. Oh, well, Thank you very much for stopping by and keeping Ken company. Yes, we are very appreciative of your moral support because we kind of needed it. We were feeling quite ready to just throw in the towel. It's really a pleasure. We're always happy to have somebody stop by. Like we're it's that's why they run away. Once we get the last pawn, they run because obviously they don't want us to have our knights. That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. So then we just have to be super aggressive with them. This is our last one already. And they won't kill it. That's insane. They will not kill this pawn at all. Like, what do we have to do? Keep threatening their king? We'll do it. And then the executioner or the king. Yep, the king came. Now our knights are free. All right, girls. Damn it. Why can't they just... They say they can move... According to the guide... Let's look up what the guide said. The knights can move 1 or 2 squares in any direction, including diagonally. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's why we've been having trouble. But now we finally can take this knight off the board. We have to be careful about that pawn. Obviously, we don't want him moving up. See, but then if we get that pawn, sorry, our mouse keeps rubber banding. It's a weird glitch in the emulator. If we move up to that pawn, maybe we don't need to worry about that. Because the pawn can only move 1 step anyway. Man, that's tough. Let's just take care of him. We can move 2 pieces forward, but apparently we can't take out this upgraded piece. Right? No, we can. But if we do that, then... then the king can kill us. And if we don't get him, then he'll eventually get our king. Don't feel obligated to continue the mental bludgeoning. If you need a change, have at it. You're doing much better than I, though I do sympathize with I tried to look up a guide and yeah, I'm still on my own, dang it. Yeah. Sometimes these old games are like that. Sometimes there just really isn't like a straightforward walkthrough. You just have to kind of muscle through it. That was the experience that Kin had trying to do the sliding block puzzle earlier. Um, it just was something that we just had to figure out. The trouble is that their knight can move all the way across the board. They act more like queens than knights. We could try moving our knight closer to our king. So that we can be in a position to stop. Okay, but now he's in a position to diagonally attack. Okay. Who do we have selected right now? We actually can't tell. We don't want to hit escape. It didn't glitch, did it? It feels like it glitched. Did it glitch? It seems like it glitched. We were actually here. It seems like we're maybe in a bit of a bind here. One, either the game might have glitched. And then two, even if it didn't glitch, we're just kind of in this, it's almost like checkmate. We're kind of just stuck constantly trying to get our king to run away. Wow. Okay, wait. Okay, it looks like we selected the knight. Oh gosh, the mouse keeps rubber banding, so sorry. We can move down one, but then he just moves over so that he can hit us at diagonally. It just feels like we have to move our... It keeps forgetting. It keeps forgetting that they can just go... Oh, they can hop over. Wow. Wow. It's addictive. It's a little bit addictive because it's like you get closer and closer and you're like, we got this. We got this. We can do this. We don't need a skip. We don't need a cheat code. We don't need a cheat code up in here. Damn it. We're good enough. So either it forgets consistently or it's a feature. Yeah. We gotta be aggressive. Let's push him up. Just throw him away. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. No. Ah, there we go. All right. The girls are free. We're sorry, the mouse keeps rubber banding. It's really frustrating. It's totally not, it's absolutely not its mouse or its mouse pad. It's just this emulator. And he'll move forward. What do we do? What do we do? It's just hard to anticipate what this piece is going to do. Fine. But now we have to move this guy. And you wish that he could attack diagonally, but he can't. It's so difficult to get into an advantageous position. Because we could put our knight down. Yeah. Okay. It's just insane. Like it's so difficult to beat this.
Weapon 2.
You know? Hey, actually, maybe that's what we should do. We can take a break from that. Let's go over to weapon 2. So weapon 2, basically, you don't know the game Ripper. There's a serial killer running around killing people in the fashion of Jack the Ripper from the 1800s. And there was a genius architect designer guy named Wofford who had been hired by the killer unknowingly and then realized it later and then devised a weapon to kill him. So he, after much puzzling and investigating, our main character finds the AI of this architect Wofford who was killed, and the AI tells us that he, in order to get the weapon, we have to go to these 3. They're kind of like websites, but they call them wells in this game. So we go to these 3 different wells. The one with the chess was one of them, and it's exceedingly hard. And it's so funny that they use the cheat code aspirin because, yeah, it can kind of feels like it needs some aspirin after this. But yeah, so there was that well, which is the first one, and then there's the other 2 wells. Now we're not sure if we need to do them sequentially. We're hoping not. So let's just see if we can just get some new content, look at something else for a second before we rip our own eyeballs out, because that chess game is really maddening. So you know Jack the Ripper, not personally, just did a bit history project on them. Well, how would you know them personally? Are you a time traveler? Foxhole research too? Are you Doctor Who? Can we see the TARDIS? Please? Is it really bigger on the inside? Sorry. It has no idea if you know anything about that. Whitechapel, London, year 1888. Yep. Yeah. All right, let's see then. So we pulled up our original walkthrough, and we're gonna go to the other well. Now this one is gonna be an arcade. It sounds like it's like a shooter, so that's a little bit more straightforward, huh? Let's do that one. Oh man, my dream, time travel, not change history, just document it. That would be my superpower. The ability for anyone to ask, what happened? Well, let me check. Here you go. All the evidence required for first-hand testimony. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what, though? Like, even not changing history, knowing the answers to some mysteries would be huge. Like, there are so many unsolved crimes We have all of these scientific mysteries that could be solved just by going back in time and observing it. That's still a valuable superpower. Absolutely. All right, Orestes. Ooh. It doesn't know why cyberspace in this game is so hellish or occult themed. We got the music of the future. It's gonna be a fight. Whoa. All right, we gotta shoot. We gotta shoot this thing. Oh crap! So right-clicking apparently holds up our shields, but we have to time it right. We have this on easy. We had to turn it down to easy because with our mouse rubber banding and some of the hitboxes just being kind of wonky, we just were really struggling. We can't remember whose health bars whose were in the wrong spot with our mouse. We might be dying here, actually. That top right might be our health. Where do we shoot? I should have looked at the walkthrough. It might have told us. Target the glowing eyes in the orb. Okay, so we need to shoot the eyes and the blue thing on the head, which was kind of what we were already doing. But we're not doing too great, are we? If that's our health bar up there. They don't give us, like, a lot of... time to shoot! Ooh, there was like an explosion there. Maybe we really needed to hit that spot, like, dead on. Yes! Yeah, the graphics design in this game is actually kind of cool. It's like retro cool. The gonzo future silliness of the, like their idea of what cyberpunk might actually look like. All right, we got that one. Cool. All right, the next one, it sounds like it's pretty much the same.
Falconetti's Well. Exit cyberspace. Weapon 3.
This one's Odysseus. Wofford gave us all of these passwords when we talked to his AI. Aw. No more electric riffs? Yep, you just gotta hit that thing. Ooh, wow, that was a little bit more anticlimactic. The soundtrack here, its audio quality is making me think of Lego Island. It loved that game. It loved that game. Putting together the helicopter. Oh man, that game was fun. Delivering pizzas. All right, let's save. Let's save really quick. Mostly just
Exit cyberspace.
mostly just because we managed to actually get some progress. Okay. So, yes. Um Act 3, clear last weapon well. But how do we do this? It just might enter in the cheat code for the
Exit
chess game.
cyberspace.
How to enter cheat code for Ripper FMV game. Okay, so you go to the options menu, hold both shift keys, and click the power button to open the director's menu. Oof. Specific level passwords can also be entered. Okay. Lego Island is a vivid memory of mine. I was super young, and after playing it, I blinked and had the most painful eye experience ever. Apparently, I didn't blink the entire time I was playing. Tell me games aren't addicting. Wow, that's pretty impressive, man. It sat through like stomach aches, feeling nauseous, having a fever, but it never had not blinked before. So props to you. Okay,
Falconetti's well. Weapon 2.
we'll try one more time,
Weapon
and
1.
this really will be the last time. All right, we're gonna cheer ourselves on with the GIF. Yeah. Oh, we can do it. We can do it. Maybe. Headaches are the funniest of mine. F you, brain. You were here to think, not feel physical pain. So we're gonna keep playing this game because it's enjoyable. You needy jerk. Right. Ken has ADHD, so sometimes it doesn't really want to listen to its body. It's like, look, body, we have something to do, and we're doing it. But last game, for realsies this time, because it is kind of tired of trying. We'll have this save if we want to go back someday and just tell ourselves, well, we actually beat it. We just didn't do it during the playthrough because we were impatient. Okay. We can get this guy. And then we'll chase this fool around because he's going to run away from us. Now those guys are going to upgrade and essentially become queens. And we forgot about that. All right. Forget it. We're doing the cheat. We're doing the cheat code. The greatest medical advancement for the human race would be the ability to reason/negotiate with cells/organs. Fat cells, doing great. But here's the thing. Never in our decades of life have we ever been starving. You don't need to hold on to everything. Right? It would have a conversation with its gut.
Falconetti's well.
It's always been told like, oh, you're so small, but it's got a little bit of a punch. Sorry, it doesn't know why that was filtered. Yo, cancer cells, get fucked. No one wants you here. Exactly. Alright, so we're gonna go to options. We feel a little bit dirty, just a little bit. But after dealing with this now for, it looks like it's been about 30, 40 minutes, we're done. So we're gonna hold both shift keys, click the power button, and then that's gonna open up our director's menu. But our fingers are not long enough. Uh-oh. How do we do this? We literally have to get a pencil or something to make this work. Okay, 2 pencils. This is how we're doing this. We have the 2 pencils. We have to engineer how to put the sheet code in. So we're holding two pencils and we're gonna hold the shift keys down. Boop. There's one. There's. Oh wait. See, this is harder than it looks because this other pencil's short. Okay, there. Click. There we go. Yes. All right. So this is interesting. Uh. This is not what we were expecting to find. How? There you go. Weapon 1. There we go. Boop. Right?
Exit
How do we know that we got it?
Falconetti's Well. Weapon 2. Weapon 1.
What do we do? Please don't make it. It's gonna make us do the damn. What was the point of that? Sorry, we're trying to unlock our mouse, and apparently we forgot how to do that. It's not saying how to enter in the passwords. Let's see. Passwords. Okay, no, cheat code. Yeah, cheat codes. Oh, do we just literally just type in the words? Okay. Aspirin. Open sesame. Fuck your game. We don't have time for this. We have to pick up our kids in an hour. Damn it. Alright. We felt dirty. We feel a little dirty. But we're gonna console ourselves with the fact that this was just a stupid game. It just was a stupid game. It's sorry. It probably could figure it out with enough persistence, but it just doesn't make for very good stream material, does it? Anyway, let's go to the Virtual Herald. We're gonna look at the dates on the articles. The latest news and information wherever you are in cyberspace. So the date of that one. So we have November 16th. It's just doing what the walkthrough saying. It's saying look at the dates, each of the magazines, and note their dates. November 20th. Oh, actually, this got updated. It wonders if that updated every single time there was an act change. Because we looked at this during Act 1, and there was completely different headlines. And then now, man, we must have missed whatever happened in Act 2. That sucks. Okay, 17 exclusive pictures of crime scene. Gutted. Murder in the Bowery. Frat cleaner's torso ripped. This struck a little too close to home. Morgue man murdered. Brother of latest victim criticizes police incompetence. Gored. Stephanie Jordan, Ripper's latest victim found mutilated. Exclusive Ripper edition. This is November 19th. Okay, so actually, it looks like this is what we saw the first time we came in here. November 18th. Maybe they didn't have much. They might have just added this one. This one happened Act 2? Pretty sure. End of Act 2. Dude literally got eviscerated, like, invisibly, like, and it was graphic. We were surprised. Like, his guts came out and everything. And it was very fast, but it was graphic. and kind of scary. And it was like, wow, the power of practical effects, especially with like a lower resolution video like this, like highly compressed, makes it look actually surprisingly good. Um, so it's kind of strange that they got away with that because it's pretty sure that this came around the time of the Senate hearings when they were having all of that hullabaloo about video games making people violent. All right, so we're going to go back over to Falconetti's well. And Falconetti, if you don't know Foxhole
Weapon
Research
1.
2, if you're still with us, he was
Weapon
the
2.
villain in The Crow, the film,
Falconetti's well.
as well as the main villain in The Warriors. He's the guy that went, Warriors, come out to play. That's him. All right. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, there's actually a lot of decent actors in here. Paul Giamatti is in this. I can't think of any. I know he's been in a lot of films, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. But if you look him up, you'll recognize his face. Like you'll be like, "Oh, that guy." And also, I think her name's Karen Allen. I've said this name so many times during this streaming this game, and pretty sure it's Karen Allen, and she was the love interest in Indiana Jones. She was the one that Indy was macking on in the first movie, pretty sure. And she came back for the basically the reboots, Crystal Skull and all of the was it Crystal Skull? The newer films, the last two that they did. Know them from The Illusionist and Sideways. Yes, yeah. So yeah, he's in this. They got a lot of actors either at the very end of their career, like the man who played Wofford. Gosh, and the sad thing is the last time we streamed this, a viewer also reminded me of his name, but he was the coach from Rocky. So, yeah, it's just like this game, like for an FMV game, this actually had a pretty star-studded cast. The only thing that really held this game back were some of the how obtuse some of the puzzles were. Really. All right, so we're gonna go. We're gonna turn. It says turn left twice. And then we're going to look at this. Pretty sure that these are the actual letters from the first Ripper, the real Ripper. Read the letter on the first page, then flip forward twice to see a book index and a series of blank lines. Oh, we've been here before. But we haven't seen this. This is Falconetti's knife collection, apparently. So the walkthrough says, read the letter, flip forward twice, see book index, and a series of blank lines. You need to match each of the 14 sentences from the letter with the book title, then drag these titles in order onto the last page. Luckily, they do this for us. This is what Ken means, is that some of these puzzles are really kind of obtuse. It's not so much that they're unsolvable, but it's like sometimes it's kind of like, why? In what planet, in what universe would we think to do this logically? Anyway, so let's see here. Seems like line 1 is the VR Living Complete Book of Home Repair. Right? And then the Open Road, a history of 20th century auto racing. Epileptic reactions to VR environments. Oh. Tell you what, sometimes Ken felt like it was going to have an epileptic reaction to this damn game. The Neo-New Age tearing down the myths. Earn thousands as a VR data angel. Duchess in the Clock Tower. The Duchess in the Clock Tower. Are we blind? There it is. Virtual fly fishing. Always a hatch to match. Phoenix. Fact or fiction? Oh, they thought they were clever. What was it like to be one of the writers for this game? It must have been fun. Short excursions into VR role-playing. Now that it's thinking about it, maybe that should be the next game that we play. We're kind of on a cyberpunk kick. Maybe the next game will be Dreamweb? Pretty sure it's called Dreamweb. For a second, I was going to say Bloodnet, but Bloodnet is special. We're on short excursions. Topical agents for the treatment of hemorrhaging. Deficit spending in the late 20th century. No clue. When I hear cyberpunk, my first thought is System Shock, which isn't so much punk. Actually, that was another game that Ken was thinking about playing. We could do that instead for our next playthrough after this. We like to juggle two like story-based games on the channel. The other game that we're playing right now is Resident Evil 0. We were playing that yesterday. But we couldn't decide what to do next after this. We weren't sure if we should do another DAWs game or if we should do like a 90s game. We actually own System Shock on Steam, so maybe that's definitely an option. You're on Deficit. Van Gogh, Psychological Study is next. Keeping Sharp, a cutlery collector's Bible. And last one is Rabbi T.S. Foote, a biography. There we go. Do whatever is fun for you. However, not that you solicited recommendations. If you're looking for a point-and-click adventure DOS game that I've never seen anyone play, Ween the Prophecy. Interesting. Okay. It's never heard of that one. We'll have to look it up. Yeah, it likes to play like weird, obscure stuff. It doesn't always have to be creepy. We like creepy, but we don't always have to do creepy, spooky. It's a fantasy setting, and the soundtrack, to my ears, is a banger. We like nice old soundtracks. We like banger retro soundtracks for sure. Hell yeah. All right, this next part. Look at the final pages of the book, then exit cyberspace. We're going to have a new audio file that we can listen to on our WAC. The WAC. It's just this little handheld thing. That's what they call the WAC. It's like a personal device. Kind of like those things they use in Star Trek, except they don't explain what WAC stands for. It's like an acronym, but they don't explain it. Okay, it really needs to use the bathroom. So we will have to take a quick break. We were really trying not to, but we got to get up. So we'll be right back, and we're going to continue. We're chugging along. We might be able to finish the game, guys. You guys might be able to enjoy the ending. All right, we'll be right back. Hello, we are back. Sorry about that. You know, you get up and then all of a sudden you got to do something else, and then there's just this one extra thing. That's basically Ken all the time. Thank you very much, Foxhole Research 2. Mr. Foxhole. Sorry, probably shouldn't assume your gender. But we are glad that you are still with us because we are going to continue. We got to make sure the walkthrough is actually up before we switch over to the game. Excellent. Yeah, you know, Kin doesn't really like to play pronoun police with people, at least with regards to itself. So, you know, it's oftentimes because it is kind of very feminining. So it understands when people go she her, and it's like whatever. Hey, Risques, how's it going? Though I do often claim to be a semi-sentient potato impersonating a human from behind a keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, good nap? Okay. Chictionary. Is Falconetti serious right now? Fucking Chictionary? Are you kidding? It's never heard this word before. It's awful. It's offended. It is offended on behalf of all women and femmes. Mickey Lynn, 5 stars. Barbara Dean, 5 stars. Trish Carson, 2. Ellen Swan, 4. Vicky, she thinks three's company. She thinks three's a company, so she didn't want to do a threesome. Vicky is corner of 42nd and Elkins, riding crop and can of Crisco. Okay. I heard Chichen. Yeah. Dude, we're chugging along. Okay, we gotta go talk to Soap. Our man Soap. Let's go see what he has to say. Though, let's save really quick. Act 3, talk to Soap. Trying to have better notations for our saves so we don't get lost like we did when we first started today. We were like, what save did we use? We can't remember. And it was so descriptive, too. It was the only save that mentioned AI. We are a silly creature sometimes. Risques, the doll that you made looked great. It's got to get the yarn for that. Okay, hopefully, sometimes when we do disk changes, it crashes, but it usually can restore. Okay, it didn't. Hell yeah. What's up, my man?
Back off, Quinlan. I read what happened to your last source, and my chest is about the only thing I got left. And I like to keep it from becoming pate spread.
I gotta talk to you about something Farley said to me before he died.
Oh, it wasn't, oh, please don't kill me, was it? You know, it'd be ironic if the guy writing about the Ripper turned out to be writing his autobiography.
If I was the Ripper and I wanted you dead, you would be dead. So listen to me, it's important.
Tell him what Farley said before he died.
Farley said the Ripper kills from cyberspace.
Quinlan, you're going to have to do better than that.
He found some evidence in their brains of some kind of computer code. I mean, something to do with the body's internal atmospheric pressure. I mean, these people were blown open, not cut.
Jesus. Biomorphing through the net? Using a C-space code to control the body? I guess it makes sense in theory.
Well, that's what Farley said. The only problem is he wasn't jacked into the net when he was killed, like the others.
That would be the easy part. Guess the Ripper just puts a timer on the code. It's like killing long distance. Somebody decks in. The Ripper implants the code. My goodness, the victim doesn't even know it's there. That mild case of heartburn turns into instant chest souffle.
Then why weren't the other murders like this?
Because the Ripper probably didn't have the code perfected yet. But he had to be right there. his matrix on top of their matrix. But now that the kinks are worked out, he's got confidence.
That's interesting. It should have thought of that. It should have. It's like, let's watch Johnny Mnemonic. The idea of having something stuck in your head, you don't have to be jacked in. It could have been like a virus, like a brain virus. You hope that ours turns out better than yours. Yours looked good, Risques. It looked really good. And honestly, it's every time it tries a pattern for the first time, it's always crap. It always looks like garbage. So, just one of these days we just need to get the yarn for it. We might have to push it down our project list, but we'll eventually try to get some yarn and try to see if we can do it sometime soon. The next thing that we might make is a spider. Cute little spiders, tarantula things. Anyway, let's continue the conversation. Oh, so they were talking about Farley. Farley was that morgue guy that was mentioned in the magazine, Foxhole, and that was the guy that just like our main character Quinlan went to go talk to him, and then his guts just came out. That's what they're talking about. So like some sort of virus is making you get eviscerated. Oh, but the ones that Ken is hoping to make Risques are going to be pretty cute. The spider pattern is really adorable. We have a pet spider. We've been thinking about trying to show him on stream. Maybe we could switch over, but it doesn't want to scare you. If you've really got like a arachnophobia, we don't want to do that to you. I think that's what you said. I can barely hear you because I'm on the phone, so my apologies. No worries. No worries. Let's ask him how we can protect ourselves from the Ripper.
How can we protect ourselves from the Ripper?
Oh, that's way out of my league. You need a real techno shaman for that. I know a guy, Maximum Kane. Now, if anybody knows about this stuff, he does. He's a little difficult to get in contact with. Deck to digital Eden, then be careful from there.
Yeah, our spider, Ken's spider is not a small spider. I mean, it's technically small. It's a juvenile tarantula. So it's the ones that don't bite and just jump. Oh, jumping spiders. Oh, jumping spiders are adorable. I wanted to get a pet jumping spider. We tried to keep one. There were like these baby ones that were crawling around in the house, so we like caught one and we had like a little tiny spider crib. We tried putting him in there, but we think we overwatered it, and the moisture was too much, and the humidity killed it. Even the wee little fuzzy jumping and peacock spiders. Yeah, are you scared of those too? They're cute. As long as it's not scary looking, I'll be fine. Ken honestly really doesn't think that its tarantula looks scary. It's very elegant and sleek. It's just a plain black tarantula, but it kind of just like it's tarantula, and it's not. It's about if it spread itself out, it could fill Ken's palm, and it's still a juvenile. We've only had it for about 5 years. So they're supposed to, like, depending on if it's a male or a female, they can last either 20 years or almost 40, we want to say. This is Grammostola pulchra, which is the Brazilian black. Anyway, you go ahead and look up a Brazilian black tarantula, and that's pretty much what Ken has. Tarantulas are so big, I'd cry if I saw a real life one. Oh. If they're behind a glass, like a thing, like a case, they're not bad. They're just like kind of like pet rocks, They just sit there, really. They don't do much. There's a game called A Webbing Journey where you play as a spider and do a checklist of activities in a house, like wash dishes. That sounds freaking awesome. Ken likes weird, quirky stuff like that. A webbing journey. It's literally going to write that down. A webbing journey. Oh, and then what was the game that you were recommending before, Foxhole? A webbing journey. Very first thing the game prompts the player with is play in arachnophobia mode, where it turns the player character into a ball. Oh, that's kind of cute and very considerate and accessible. Wow. It's my number one example of developer wants to play their game and knows there's a group that may be put off by it, but still wants them to enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. All right. It's got to. Was it? What was the thing that you were mentioning before? It was like I can't. It doesn't even want to hazard a guess. It would get it so wrong. Ween the prophecy. Yeah, we're gonna look at that. Thank you for the recommendation. I've been playing Monster Hunter Wilds and it has 2 spider monsters in it. They aren't scary looking, but when I turned on arachnophobia mode, it turned into a slime. Oh wow. That has an arachnophobia mode too. That's cool. They're jumping spiders that are very colorful and have a little peacock style tail butt. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, those things are freaking cute. Cute as buttons. All right, we're going to continue the conversation. Ask him to profile the Ripper.
Look, Soap, what does it take for a man to pull this off?
Hey, if it's in cyberspace, don't be so sure it's a man. It's obvious this person's a great cyberspace programmer. Beyond that is somebody with a whole lot of money, because this stuff is expensive. And it takes cutting-edge hardware.
Interesting thing about this game is that apparently the killer is maybe random. It changes the ending, and it's not sure what it might have done to change the ending, if it's just truly randomized or if your decisions or the way that you handle conversations might dictate what kind of ending you get. So on the one hand, you could tell yourself that there's replayability, but quite frankly, who wants to go through some of these fucking puzzles again? While out of season, there's a very cute video of peacock spiders celebrating Christmas. Aww. With little trees and presents superimposed into the video of them doing their spider stuff. That is adorable. That's like those videos of people like who. There's this guy, it was on TikTok, who did like arms on birds. It was great. It was wonderful. My man's is taking forever to get dressed and get his butt home. He's busy talking shit with coworkers. Yeah, that's how Ken's husband is too. Sometimes he'll kind of get caught up socializing. All right, let's show him the handwriting samples.
Can't do much with just one sample, Mr. Quinlan. You know, analysis is a comparative art.
Oh, we forgot to look at our audio file too on the whack. It says that we can show him the handwriting samples again.
Nothing here.
How many times can we do that? That's weird. Whatever, let's look at the whack. Audio file.
The stage is set. The roles are cast for the next game of Ripper. Let the mystery begin. These will be my last game master notes for Ripper. Magnata, Claire, Mendler, Stephanie Jordan, Estevez, Josie Dorset, and myself were playing. This is the final game. It began like any other.
It's on there free. I don't find me a tough soon. I'll be on my feet all night.
Be careful, Marie Kelly. The Ripper is still at large.
It's been 3 weeks since he struck. Doc Annie heard that he killed himself. They pulled a body from the Thames. Cut his own throat, he did.
Believe that if you want. I'm going to Spiderfields. Find a pub, a little rum.
The night is too cold for a lady.
You're looking for a go then, are you? What's in your bag?
Something you won't like.
Or is it something she did? Sorry, that was
Without
poor
warning,
taste.
the simulation had become reality, and the death was real.
I've lost her. She's flatlined. Who was playing Mary Kelly?
It's Josie. She and I switched.
Who are you?
It's me, Claire.
No! Who the fuck did this? How did this happen? How could this have happened?
We never learned the answer to that question. The Ripper had claimed his hunting ground, And now those who played that game must live in fear of when the Ripper will next strike.
That was crazy. Okay. So in previous playthrough, in previous installations of the series, this playthrough, when we were playing the game before, there was a moment where we learned that Detective Magnata, who is the lead detective on this case, and um, what's his name? Something Falconetti. Uh, he was like the cyber hacker kind of criminal guy, um, and a doctor who was treating our newspaper assistant who was attacked by the Ripper, Dr. Claire Burton. So Burton, Magnata, and Falconetti were all part of this thing called the Web Runners, and they had apparently played in a game called, well, was it called Ripper? It was designed after the Jack the Ripper murders. But apparently something went wrong and it somehow became real. Like somebody assumed the actual role of the killer and something went terribly wrong. All right, Foxhole, go take care of your real life. Don't worry about it. We're going to keep trying to truck along here. We got about 30 minutes before we have to stop and get the kids. It seems like we've exhausted everything we can say to this guy because it just keeps saying show him the handwriting samples, but he doesn't have anything new. Yeah, he's not saying anything new. All right, we're good with him. Thanks, Soaps. Scroll down on our walkthrough. All right, we got to head back to the hospital. Okay, wait. Let's save. We know that there's the restore feature, but we don't want to rely on that. Act 3, Tribeca Center. It was watching Toasted Post the other day on Twitch, and he was playing Blue Heat, and he kept saving over and over, and he was like, well, yeah, I'm paranoid, but I'm gonna keep saving. Because, with these old games, like, they just crash. We're gonna go to the wards. I just looked back at the chat there. Risques, it's your Friday today? That's nice. No, don't turn back around. Do not go into that. Okay, good. Yeah, our Friday is more like Sunday. That's when hubby's off work. His job is kind of cool in that he gets to work. He has to work long hours, but then he's usually only on 3 days and then off 4 days. It alternates. It's on 3, off 4, on 4, off 3. But either way, 3 days minimum he has off, so it's cool. Ooh, Bay Panda's on. Maybe we'll raid him. Ken's been watching him. He's part of a small streamer community that we're on. What were we doing? We have to go around to the right. And we're going to go to Catherine's room and talk to Dr. Cable. Mr. Paul Giamatti. Lucky. He works 5 days a week and only has 2 days off. Well, that's the standard. That's most people's schedules. The thing is that hubby has to work Friday and Saturday, which kind of sucks. Because those are the 2 days that our kids are off from school. The schedules here are kind of weird. Our kids even have like only 4 days that they're in school because they have like longer school days, and then they're off on Friday. So, but then that means now that hubby isn't home when they're home, so it kind of sucks. Apparently, though, his schedule might flip here in the middle of the month. So it might be he works Sunday through Wednesday instead. You okay there, Dr. Cable?
Oh, Doc, you look a little confused. What's the problem?
I don't know. There's something strange here with your friend's brain scans.
What do you mean?
Well, this is not right.
Was something wrong?
No, I don't think so, but it's just that we've been monitoring Catherine's brainwave activity every day since she was admitted. For the most part, it's been what you'd expect. But there's days when the brainwave activity radically spikes, displaying intense bursts of activity.
We've been rebuilding her personality. Shouldn't that increase her brain activity?
No, not like this. There's no pattern to the increased activity. You're welcome to have a look. Just use the keypad over there and punch in the date for any day since Catherine was admitted. The screen will display her brain activity for that day. You'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe you can tell me what's going on here.
Weird that the doctor is punting off the answer to this question to the reporter who is not a doctor. But okay, you know. It's kind of the way of adventure games that characters cannot wipe their own asses and rely on the main character to do all of the things. Alright, so basically we have to just enter in some numbers here. 1119. 1120. 1121. Not sure if we're like supposed to be seeing something here. Was something supposed to happen? Show him what you did with Catherine's EEG readouts. Again, Kin would not have thought to do this.
Did you notice what I did with Catherine's EEG readouts?
The EEGs, you got something on them?
Maybe. I don't know what to make of it, though. Catherine's increased brain activity seems to correlate with the Ripper murders. On each day the Ripper is killed since Catherine was attacked, her brainwave activity has spiked.
Well, that's peculiar. I suppose it could be a coincidence.
Yeah, right. And the Ripper's actually a nice guy. If I were you, Doc, I would check the system Catherine's interfaced with. It may not be as secure as you think.
You suggesting the Ripper's getting at her outside the system?
Or Catherine's getting out.
No, not in her condition. That's not possible.
You have a very limited sense of the possible, Doc.
Okay, we're going to access Catherine's mind. Chat with the girl herself. Oh, it was not expecting to have her sitting up and staring at us. That was a little bit uncanny. It got a little bit of a shock there. Okay. Hi, dearest. Let's chat. What about this role-playing game, honey?
All right. Things are getting pretty complicated here. 15 years ago, Magnata Bird
Right? She kind of looked like him.
virtual reality role-playing game based on Jack the Ripper. In the last game they played, someone got killed for real. That was the Ripper's first victim. I mean, this goes way back, further than we thought.
Okay. No reaction. Ask her about Burton's secret lab.
What about Burton's secret lab?
Secret lab. I
seem to remember something about that. There's a name. George Rhodes. Something about Penn Financial Bank on Prince Street.
Ask why she didn't tell you she was close to the Ripper.
Why didn't you tell me you were so close to the Ripper?
Because I wanted to scoop the great Jake Quinlan. I wanted to show the world I was just as good as him.
You were out to steal my story. Why, Catherine? Dodds would have given you your own byline next time.
It's the story of the century. I wanted this one, Jake, and the Times is gonna give it to me.
You were gonna take my story to the Times. I can't fucking believe this! I thought we had something here.
You were screwing your assistant. What do you mean? Ask her who Josie Dorset was.
Who was Josie Dorset?
Josie. Why did they kill her? Why did they kill
Catherine.
Josie?
Who was she?
They killed her. Why did they do it? Why? Why?
Catherine. Who was she?
She was my mother. She was my mother!
How can that be? I mean, your name is not Dorset.
How? Maiden name. She went back to it after my father left and they killed her. Why did you make me remember that, Jake?
Damn. Okay. So Dorset was her mom. It's gonna make a note of that. Just for its own edification. Ask her how she was attacked.
How were you attacked?
An anonymous source took me to the library to a book about Jack the Ripper. It was a trap. I picked up the book, and the next thing I knew, I was in this city, this old, filthy city with cobblestones and hissing gas lights, and I heard horses.
Horses?
He attacked me. I saw him with a knife. God knows what he did to my mind. I escaped. Somehow I escaped.
Okay. Literally clicking on her and apparently nothing happened, so we're done. So now we can leave here and go to Pan Financial Bank, which Catherine told us about just now. Yeah, man, it is so glad that it's been using a walkthrough. It is kind of disappointed that we could not solve the chess puzzle on stream. Maybe if we would have sat there and muscled through it, we could have done it. It's just like all the other things. You could have muscled through it, right? But it doesn't want to spend 4 hours of stream time trying to solve the same puzzle, you know? It's not fun for anybody to watch. It's fine for Kin, because Kin's doing it, but it has spent quite a bit of time on puzzles before. One of these days, not anytime soon, but maybe further down the line, it might try to play through the Nonary series games. 999, 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors, Virtue's Last Reward, all those games. They're really good. They had some pretty tough puzzles, though. But the replayability was so good. They were so good. Yes. It loves the 999 games. Those are like peak. It just wishes that it had more games like that to play. Honestly. Alright, Pan Financial Bank. Okay, it's asking us for a disc again. We're going to save. There we go.
Excuse me, sir. Are you George Rhodes? Miss Powell sent me.
Powell's dead. Who the hell are you?
Well, nice to meet you too, George. Only she's not dead. She's over at the Medicog doing a great impersonation. My name is Jake Quinlan. I'm her partner. She told me all about you.
Then you should know enough not to approach me. Go away. I put everything where it's supposed to be. Box 759.
Great. Good. You're every bit as officious as she said you were. The only thing is, though, you see, she wrote the combination down for me, but I seem to have lost it.
Who are you? If you're really with Powell, then you'd know the combination.
Okay, so back at Catherine's desk at the newsroom, there was a code 185621. That is the code for the safety deposit box, apparently. I didn't get past the second one, even with a walkthrough, because the dialogue spent so much time repeating itself. What just happened? Yeah, that's fair. It can kind of understand that. It seems to recall that there was a way to like fast forward through conversations that you'd already been through, like at least make the text go by faster, but it might be wrong. It doesn't know. It kind of was patient about it, but it was always so like exciting when you realized that you'd slipped into a new branch and like things started happening vastly different than what you were expecting. Like the second game had some real twists that threw Kin for a loop. Anyway, we're going to go look for that box. Fair. Yeah, that's fair. That game has like so many details in it. It can be easy to miss information.
What the hell are you doing here?
Right, because we put the bugs in his office.
I'd stop by later.
I don't want you at my hospital anymore.
There's Karen Allen.
Here's the disc of Quinlan's last interface with Powell. It's the last one I'm giving you.
That's police evidence. You give it to me as long as I tell you to.
If it's police evidence, why is it you don't want anyone to know about it?
Don't question my methods, Claire.
Like you're not questioning mine? I've heard you and Quinlan actually think I might be the Ripper.
Look, we both know one of the original web runners is the murderer. That's a pretty short list of suspects, and it's getting shorter.
As I recall, you did your share of web running.
You have an
All right.
advantage over me, Claire. You know who did it. I've been cutting you some slack, but I run out of time. It's either you or your ex and Claire. I'm gonna nail one of you.
Maybe I should tell your captain about these tapes of Quinlan you've had me making on the sly. Let him decide which one of us is acting more suspicious. The thing cuts both ways, Magnata. There's a few other things I could tell him that he might find real interesting.
What did you see in him?
He was fun. Not a brooding psycho like you. As it turns out, he was a different sort of psycho. Look, I made a mistake marrying Joey, but that doesn't mean I regret leaving you.
Joey was Falconetti.
What do I have to do to be free of the two of you?
Kill us.
Damn. Based. So, Burton and Magnata and Falconetti were in kind of like a love triangle. She's not with either of them anymore, but used to be. So let's see here. It's 759. Oh, don't leave. Baby, go back. This is not where we're supposed to be. We've got the code to see this new safety deposit box. Sorry, we couldn't make that one rhyme. Sorry. 759. This one? It's so hard to read it. It's like so pixelated. Okay, anyway. We know the code. It's 186. No, crap. 185621. Stop that. Stop that. Oh, this emulator. There we go.
Object scanned into database.
All right, now let's go ahead and look at our whack. Stop. Do we look at these? Ooh. These are the weapons. They're basically glowy orbs. Was it this? Baba Hussa's 10 Commandments of Memory Board Assembly. Modern computer memory boards require 4 circuits of 4 chips, with each circuit containing 1, 6, 1, 9, 1, 12, and 1 16 pin chip. Chip type XD773966 Pete 9RJ must be in a circuit with a XDD73912 Pete 9RJ, excuse it, to function properly. Peltorian chips tend to emit weak signals. They should be kept in circuits where the chips are as close together as possible. Only the HDD37912 PELT 9RJ does not exhibit this property. Oh boy. The blah 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 is designed to operate in conjunction with and only with the Epperson Industries blah blah blah. Holy smokes. The blah 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 chip was originally created by Randolph Petrie of the Lackawanna Falls Consortium. When that concern was purchased by Petrie's new company the following year, he made his new 16-pin blah 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 specifically to function with that technology. The Peltorian blah 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 can only function with 9-pin chips manufactured by that company. The chip made by Kolabi Industries exhibits the same odd magnetic field distortion phenomenon as Peterson Inc.'s thing. Be sure not to combine the Peltorian with the you know what? It's wondering if this is just going to be easily solved by the walkthrough. This is really technical. It's a lot of details. Was that the thing? Are we sure that was the actual file we're supposed to look at? It doesn't look like there was anything else. Pretty sure all this other stuff is not... Oh, wait, was it this? Doesn't remember reading this either. This is from Dr. Burton. Send encoded e-memo to Rhodes soon. Keep Magnata out of the Metacog and away from Powell. That maniac brought her here for a reason. What does he know? I have to take control of the situation. Don't forget regular gym appointment. Have to keep Joey out of this. That's the move Magnata expects me to make. It could incriminate us both. I need to examine Renee Stein's body after Farley leaves. I've got to keep a lid on Farley. If he begins to dig too deeply, something will have to be done. Okay. Did she kill him? It's wondering if the circuit manual was something related to the puzzle that we had to do in the morgue. This might be the document that we were actually supposed to look at. Yeah. All right. So from here, we go to the newsroom. We're going to go to the Berman well. It's 3:22. Maybe we can push it. Maybe we can push it to like 3:45. We really would like to make as much progress as possible. And now it crashed. The one time we don't save. Damn it. Okay. It's all right. It's okay. Woosa. Everything's okay. Because the game is actually pretty good about restoring. Yes. Thanks. Clutch feature in Ripper. We got to scroll down our walkthrough. There you go. Sorry. All right. We got to go to the Berman well. It's another. We got another puzzle. Of course. Of course, we have another puzzle.
Exit cyberspace. Falconetti's well.
Not Falconetti's well.
Weapon 2. Weapon 1.
Nope.
Virtual Herald.
Berman.
Kane's well.
Kane. No, not yet.
Wofford well.
Not Wofford's. There it is.
Berman well.
It doesn't even remember where we got that password. Okay, so it's literally just a memory game. It says the walkthrough says it's a moving memory game. So do the cards move around? Because that would suck. Oh, they do. Oh no. 3 matching tiles with the barcode 34117 00863. Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we know that one's there. Ooh. Aw. Okay. So we have them. We have one here, one here. This is actually okay. This might be good. We just have to try not to move. We got it! Yay! Oh, fuck. Of course it can't be. Why would it be straightforward? Why would Ripper give anything to me on a silver platter? So if you click on this corner here, it's going to swap with this. Ugh. Does it work the other way? Like if we do this, see it rotates. Yep. Knowing that, if it keeps, does it rotate all the way? It seemed like it just went back and forth like this. So maybe we click on this. This? Oh shit! It went the other way. We already fucked up. Okay, this one. It's going to be that. And that's going to go up. Yeah. We got it. That one's so bad. Berman Limited. We can't read this. Look at this pixelated bullshit. Summary of recent transaction with Simian Tech. All payments verified by Simian corporate officers. Transaction number, bunch of transaction numbers, subscriptions, something gigs, subject one, something. It can't read it. Hopefully this gets scanned into the WAC and it's actually made into text, like legible text. Please. Okay. Pan Financial Bank for internal use only to account administrators from Office of the President. Barman account. Be advised that the recently established Barman account is the property of Berman Limited, which is itself a wholly owned subsidiary of Pan Financial. This information and all information about Berman is classified for all but those employees with the highest clearance. Any violations of the secrecy should be immediately reported to this office. Is that it? Yeah, it's going to get scanned into the WAC. Now we're going to go to the Cane Well.
Wofford Well.
Nope.
Kane's Well.
All right. The password for this is Digital Eden. What the hell? Are you Kane? That is another game that we could play. We could play Legacy of Kain. Could move away from all the puzzle stuff into something a little bit more action-y, platformy. We don't know. We're not sure. All right. Talk to Kane.
No, I didn't think that blinker grid would stop someone who could spec out the Ripper's murder weapon.
You've talked to Soap then?
No matter, I figured it out myself. Lots of ways to wreck somebody when they're decked.
No kidding. I've cleaned up some of that wreckage.
How can we protect ourselves?
How do I protect myself from the Ripper?
Turn your computer off and run in the opposite direction.
Not an option. What else you got?
You're gonna need a sensor program to detect covert introduction of any malignant code into your essence matrix. That way you'll be alerted to any Ripper attacks. Step 1. Next, you'll need an antiviral utility to isolate and destroy any invasive code detected by the sensor. Finally, you'll need a King Hell compression program to load all of this into whatever cheap shit commercial deck you're using.
Where do I find the sensor?
The Ripper will be able to fool any standard sensor program. You need something special. There's a woman who calls herself ISIS in the net. She authored a sensor program. I know where you can make a copy of it. All you gotta do is make it through her ice. Her address is Cybard.
Cybard. They say address. They mean password. And ICE is basically the protection, the security. Where can I get a compression program?
Where can I get a compression program?
You're in luck. I can help you with that. I modified
You're
the
in
source
luck.
code Low-Tech Shrinker. I milked another 30% compression out of it. Get ready and I'll download the program to your deck.
Oh, we didn't get to see it get shot into Quinlan's cyber body head. Into his weird alien egghead. They just, like, a lot of times when they give him information, it just gets shot into his skull, and his skull, like, quivers like it's gelatin. It's kind of funny. Where can I get an antiviral utility?
Where can I get an antiviral utility?
No, let me surf the boards and see what I can do. Check back with me later. If you change your mind about catching the Ripper, I can bury you in the net so deep that even Cyber Psycho won't be able to find you.
Nah, we're good. We're gonna go to the right.
Isis well.
They're cyber neighbors. Cybard.
What is the name of my master's brother's son?
So this is one of
So,
those puzzles.
The vulture is the end. For you, it may be the beginning.
Okay. Hopefully they're done talking. It doesn't like to talk when they're talking. Anyway. So this is one of those puzzles that kind of requires some outside information that the game doesn't fully provide. It kind of assumes that you might think to look up something. So, but this one, it seems like it's like Egyptian mythology. So it's the son of. They said it's what is the name of my master's brother's son? So we could try playing nice, but we don't really want to. We just kind of want to get through this. So this is what the walkthrough is telling us to hit. There we go. All right. So we're going to go back to Cain's Well.
Cain's well.
Yeah, I've got the address where you'll find an antiviral utility that can erase anything the Ripper zaps you with. Anything. The address is Exterminator. Same deal as with the sensor, though. You have to melt the ice protecting it.
Once I have that, he won't be able to touch me.
No, it means he won't be able to insert code into your matrix. It just means he'll have to get right into your face to kill you in the net. Don't get cocky, or they'll be picking your lungs out of a shag carpet somewhere.
Nice mental imagery. Thank you very much, Cain. Goodbye. It feels like this section of the game was like a little bit like rushed, like hand waved a little bit because it's like, we're encountering all of these wells that are just kind of like we have done these with actual people, but it digresses. It digresses. Was this it? Maybe it was this one. In this game, you need to make your way. It is not. It is. Oh no! We're getting deleted. Let's try again. Hold on. It wanted to read the walkthrough. It didn't think that it was going to be an active game. In this game, you need to make your way across the red and green tiles as follows: left, forward, twice. So left, forward, forward. Okay, we'll just do it. It's not very interesting to read it to you. We'll just do it. We might have fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up. Okay. Let's try it again. We kind of... Part of it is the way that this is kind of arranged. Like, if we could read it down in a list, that would be nicer, obviously. So we're just going to make it easier for ourselves to read it. All right. Really? We might have hesitated too long. It's time, so we have to go through it fast enough before all those little skull things stop us from being able to move. We were going correctly. It was just that we got a little turned around there. Still, even though we got further along, we didn't actually space this out perfectly. Okay, trying again. Okay. There we go. We did it. All right. Now that we're past that, we have new documents in the WAC to examine. Ooh. Yep. Yeah. This is easier to read. Good. Not that we understand what the heck it's talking about. Summary of recent transaction with Simian Tech. All payments verified by Simian corporate officers. 5 gig. Subject 1 terminal images. 2 terabytes of subject 1 organ failure. Subject 2 moment of death. Subject 3 ancillary data from hypothalamus. Subject 3 core memory. Transfers confirmed by Amanda Vatek, William Snyder, and Adrian Wood. And this was talking about how Berman is actually owned by Pan Financial and that nobody was allowed to talk about it. This is the compression software, the sensor software, the antiviral software. Looks like we gotta go talk to Soap. We're really pushing it here, guys. Our plan was originally to stop at 3:30. We have to leave here by 3:55 at the latest. So, man, we were really hoping to be able to just push and finish. Let's see, Act 3. Talk to Soap again. It did this to us before. Yeah, it did this to us before. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, so it's a good thing we saved. But also, how are we going to get past this? Last time it just kind of worked. So, do we just got to keep loading it till it works? It didn't do a restore game. At least we saved. We're glad we saved. There we go. It just worked. It just worked this time. We don't know. We have no idea. Sup, my man?
Well, looks like we got a match here. The handwriting on Dr. Burton's prescription pad matches all the signatures of the Simeon corporate officers. They tried to disguise the handwriting, but there's no doubt about it. It's the same person.
Burton's the only one with control of Simeon Tech.
But she practically signed her name to it.
Interesting. All right, now we got to go to... Let's try checking out the police station. We're going to save again. Let's talk to our friend, the desk sergeant.
Watch your step around Magnata. He can smell that bounty money.
He doesn't have anything new to say. Let's go to Magnata's. we had a pretty quiet stream. We might actually just pick it back up again. It's like, is it really going to hurt our average viewer count? Who cares? You know? So we might pick this back up. Though we still won't be able to stream for a terribly long time because today we had to drive our husband to work. The truck blew up. So he was trying to fix it the other day and he could not fix it. So I had to drive him. Tell him you know about the Ripper game.
You know, I know about that Ripper game.
All right, what do you want, a Pulitzer? I suspect Eddie and Burton as much as I suspect you. You think I don't lie awake all night wondering why I can't cage this criminal? On top of that, I could end up being the next one, with my guts spilled on the floor.
Why didn't you come clean with me in the first place?
With you and 10 million readers. Yeah, we could have a real intimate relationship, you and I.
Press him about Burton's secret work.
I found out more about Burton's secret lab.
Look, I'm completely on top of this secret lab situation, and this is all I'm going to say about it. It does not clear you of a thing, one thing.
You saying you've known about this all along?
The lab's a separate investigation. You interfere with that, it'll be all I need to put you away. Won't be long, Quinlan. This case will be closed. Not long at all.
It's just so funny, like none of them are really like giving like clues as to who it might be. Like, is it possible that all three of them are red herrings? And it's somebody else entirely? For a hot second, it did think it was maybe Falconetti, but it's probably not him. Though if it had to pick one of the three, it'd pick Falconetti. Gonna save again. And unfortunately, we're pretty much gonna have to stop playing here. Act 3. Go to Café du Champ. All right. Sad day, y'all. Oop. Sorry, we're not going into intermission. Our bad. No, sad day. Sad day. We could not beat it. We could not seal the deal. We thought we were close, but we were not as close as we thought. There were just too many damn puzzles. And we spent a little too long on that chess puzzle. We're sorry. We just wanted to try. We just wanted to try. We wanted to believe in ourselves. We're sorry. So, anyway, we got to stop. But honestly, we're thinking about just picking it back up again after this. Might just be another 30, 40 minutes. Get the kids settled. Take a small break. Come back. And we really do want to finish the game today. We'd like to start a new game. We're a little done with Ripper. Though the game's cool. It is. We're eager to start something new. So, yeah. But we'll be back. In case we don't see you, this has been Yo Creature, Spooky, aka Spook and Beast. And if you can't come back this evening to rejoin us to hopefully finish Ripper, we will be streaming again tomorrow morning, hopefully early. This time we hope to get a full night's rest. We'll be streaming around 9:15, 9:30, and we're going to be doing co-working for about 2 hours. We usually shoot for like 2 hour windows. And then after that, we'll just kind of fart around with whatever we feel like. Oftentimes we try not to do like story-based games. We do like Dead by Daylight, Marvel Rivals, what have you. But we'll see. Heck, it's been thinking about trying to do like yet another save of Stardew Valley, thanks to the new update that Concerned Ape has put out recently. In the last 5 days, he put out an update about 1.7, and the 2 new people that you can marry. Kind of cool. But yeah. So tomorrow, 9:15 a.m., we're going to be doing co-working, and we're also going to come back tonight to try to finish Ripper. If you can't make it tomorrow, Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time is when we're going to be doing our next stream, and that's usually our co-op stream with Hawk. We'll probably be resuming the Banner Saga. So, yeah. Anyways, so we're done for now, but we'll hopefully be back soon. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by. A lot of fun chatting with Foxhole and Risques and everybody else who said hello. Dark Uli, as always, thank you so much for the support. And we will see you guys next time.